Welcome to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Government Experience. So they're back to looking down at their feet. Look at the hand signal. They're back to the hand signal, the three, what have you. So apparently with the three hand signal, again, it's a signal for, oh, now we're labeled you with a mental illness because you're not doing what we want you to do. You know, you're not staying by Pam, taking care of the kids, making sure the kids get to school on time in the morning, while she stay up late, while she do all of this stuff. I'm like, no, thank you. You know, these people, they create toxicity, they create conflict, and you know, but they turn around and talk about, oh, we're all about love. They're not all about love. they're not all about love. They're, like I said, they're not good people, right? See, I don't need religion to be a good person. I don't need religion to do things for somebody based off of some, you know, I'm gonna be rewarded afterwards. I don't think like that. That's how they think. You know, that is how they think. And also, by the way, finally, Alyssa's friend's mother came and picked up the computer for her daughter. Alyssa and I donated. And, you know, and I keep saying, you know, you have so many children who parents can't afford a computer, right? But yet they give money to the churches. They give money to the churches, okay? If they put that money aside, they can buy the children a computer or even a laptop to help them, right? Having a computer and being connected to the internet opens up a whole different world for children, okay? A whole different world for children. But of course, as parents, you have to monitor what it is the children are actively looking at, right? Not only that, but they can do reports online. They can search for, you know, they have projects, they can do it online, right? So these are the things, like I said, that we as black people, particularly black women in particular, they don't think about and they're not concerned about, okay? But you can go spend $500 on a tablet, an iPad for your child, which makes no damn sense. I understand the convenience, but you can get your child cheap Amazon tablets, right? Cheap tablets on Amazon. You don't need to spend that much money on a child, all right? My kids, their tablets, I paid what? They always had Amazon Fire tablets, and I think the most I've ever spent was for my daughter's her Fire tablet Max, her Fire Max tablet, right? And I bought it through QVC, okay? But other than that, my tablet cost me $79. The other tablets that they had cost lower than $80, and they were all Amazon. These are the Amazon 10-inch tablets, right? I think at one point I paid like $60 when it was on sale, right? You know, like I again, you know, parents, black parents, we need to have some common sense thinking. You know, buy your child a computer, you know, or build a computer for your child. You know, and this is why, you know, I started this thing with Ethan first, you know, because he was playing with a friend of his, and his friend was having problems. Like he was playing with on his tablet, you know. So Ethan was doing something. He was like, "Oh, I can't do this because I'm on my tablet." And I said to myself, you know what? I said, look, I got a computer sitting right here that I had built. Right? I said I was going to put it on Facebook Marketplace. But then I said, Ethan, you want to donate a computer to your friend? And he said, sure. You know, we donated a computer to his friend. Two of his friends, actually, and one of his friend, the first computer donated to his friend, his little brother, you know, was like, his little brother was probably around 9 or so, maybe 10. Right? And I had some extra parts there, so I bought the case, I bought the storage drive, and what else did I buy? The case of storage drive, I think that was it because I already had the processor and the motherboard because I had used Ethan's other motherboard before I changed over his motherboard to the new one. So I used that, and got his little brother with his little brother computer also. And his friend was so grateful. His friend was so grateful. He didn't have to go to the library or to stay back in school to do his report, stuff like that. So Ethan is like, he's always thanking him. And I said, it feels good when you do something for somebody, right? It feels good because it's a good thing, and you didn't expect anything back in return. I said, this is what I want you to be. This is how I want you to be. When you do things for people, you do it because you do it out of the goodness that's in you, because you are a good person. Okay, nice people will do things for you in order to get something back. And then his other friend, like his other friend that he plays. What he used to play? He played. What's the game he played? What's the game called? Terraria with, right? Also, he was like, he also was on the tablet. Also, I'm just like, wow, And like I said, I remember when I was, in my early 20s, man, and I was seeing this chick, and I went with her because she was doing babysitting, right? And we were supposed to go out afterwards, and she had to pick up her one of the little girls because she was working for this white family. We went to the school. This was in the early 90s, and then this was upstate, not upstate, but like Westchester, right? Which is like a little bit past the Bronx. And this was middle school, right? Not even middle school. This was elementary school. This was elementary school, right? I think, if I remember correctly. And every desk that these little white children sat at, they had Apple Macintosh. Okay, Apple Macintosh. Now me, I didn't get to use a computer until I was in college. I had to go to college in order to use a computer, and I had to we had to go into the computer lab, right? And so, and it was only a few computers there, right? So people had to wait turns, all this stuff and what have you. And and of course I had to leave college because I was engaged at the time, and I had to get a job because I was moving out. Me and my girlfriend at the time, and she became my fiance, got our own place, what have you, right? But even then, I still couldn't even afford a computer, right? But it wasn't until was it 2000, maybe not 2000, 2000 that I bought my first Mac, right? That I finally bought my first computer. And I said to myself, if I ever have children, they will have computers early. So when my first son was born, when he was 5, I bought him a laptop. Right? I bought him a laptop, and his mother was like, "Why did you buy him a laptop? Why you spend that much to buy him a laptop? He's only 5 years old." And I'm like, okay, so, right? And then when he turned 12, because he had a laptop for a long time, I bought him a Dell laptop, so it was a pretty good laptop. He had it for quite a while. Maybe when he was 6 years old, that's fine, right? So he had that laptop until he was 12, and I built him his desktop, right? And again, she's like, I don't know why your father did this stuff. But when he went to middle school, he was helping out the IT person, installing programs, doing those things, right? So you'll start to see them, all dressed in black, showing up now. It's because this is what they do. Like, it bothers me. It doesn't really bother me. That's their idiotic mindset, right? Anyhow. So, and again, that's them knowing their criminality, and they know that I know exactly what it is that they're doing, and anyhow. So anyway, he was helping the IT person in his middle school install programs like Windows, stuff like that. And when I used to go pick him up, they used to tell me, how come Bryce know all of these things? He knows computers very well. He helps to set up the program and stuff like that. I said, because he had a computer since he was 5 years old. That's why. See, we don't think our kids are intelligent enough because we didn't have the things that they have now. And particularly for black women raising black boys, right? They don't even understand that the child that they birth, these black child, are a lot smarter than any other group of children born. Black children are the smartest children when they are born. It isn't until they get into the public school system that they start failing. Okay? There's a reason why our kids, majority are failing, because of single mothers. There's a reason why we as older black men, because we were all younger, growing up in household run by our mothers, very religious, didn't teach you nothing. Didn't teach you nothing. Right? Except for religion. Every generation, young black children are being put out into the world to be eaten by wolves because white supremacists and these white feminist men and women have conditioned black women into engaging in this ideology that they don't need black men. Right? And we as black men, we are not the men that we should be because our balls have been cut off and fed through our mouth. Right? So the church make us docile. We don't fight back. We want to march, sing Kumbaya. Right? They got us into this belief system that suffering is good because Christ suffered. But no other group of people suffer like black people. And when white people suffer, they don't march. They don't march. Right? They go, they storm the Capitol. Right? Right? They go to their congressman, they tell them, you know, if you don't fix this shit, you're not getting elected again. But black people were stuck on the Democratic plantation. Like symbolism. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we, boss. Yes, sir, we. You want some hot sauce on that? Yes, sir, we. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. We have a domesticated mindset. Ask us what we know about technology, we don't know shit. Except how to use it. Right? Ask them about quantum physics, they don't know shit. Ask them about the Bible though, they can quote you Bible scriptures left and right. Ask them about chemistry, they don't know. Right? Ask them about psychology, they don't know, but they can quote the Bible. Ask them about anything, any field that a group of people need to advance within the society, in the world, to compete on a global stage. They can't answer. Ask them about any question about the Bible though, and they'll know the Bible like the back of their hands. Right? Now I don't act as if my kids are the most intelligent. They could be. Right? But when you're dealing with another parent, particularly for black women, the vast majority of them, who would rather spend time in the churches than with their family, or with their husband, that's why they have the highest divorce rate. That's why they have the second highest group of women to identify as gay, lesbian, bisexual, right? Hispanic women and men, the number one when it comes to identifying as gay, bisexual, transgender. Next is black women, and then black men. Right? But the media will have you think that it's white people, but it's not. Go look at the statistics. Almost 30% of young black females today identify as lesbian and bisexual. Right? But the Nigerians love to spend the time in church talking that bullshit about God this and God that. Well, there are thousands of them that's being fired from their job right now. Raise your God. Right? And we don't hold the churches accountable for shit. The black church taking over $6 billion a year from black people, and they do nothing for black people. The pastors will drive their Bentleys, they fly in their private jet, they live in their mansion, right? And the dumbass nigga peers in the church talking about, oh, pastor need a new jet, we gotta, you know, do a drive so pastor can get that $65 million, right? None of these motherfuckers are in the churches who take money from their own people. are building anything for their people, right? But these are the people that you follow. And the Bible tell you about these preachers. The Bible tell you about these false prophet preachers who do nothing for the people but for themselves, right? And it tells you that they can quote scriptures, but they don't read the Bible. They can only quote the scriptures that they've been taught, they've been indoctrinated with, right? And it's a cultural indoctrination. They don't read the damn Bible. The same preachers that the Bible talk about, these false prophets who only do things for themselves and not for the people. Those are the ones that are filling the churches. Those are the ones that the people are giving their money to, right? They worship the preachers and the pastors more than they worship the so-called God they say they believe in, right? Because there's no way that you can take in as an organization billions of dollars each year and black people are struggling, right? You go to these white churches, they got community outreach. They go around looking at houses that white people live in that might need fixing, and guess what? They fix it up. They fix it up. They help them. These black preachers only help themselves, right? They're sleeping with the women in the congregation. They're sleeping with the little boys, right? And they know their Bible is bullshit. They know it. When they go to seminary school, they tell them that this is not literally, but you can't tell the people the truth, right? They've got the people so manipulated, so indoctrinated that they can't even tell them the truth, right? It is hilarious. Number 32. Ooh. Right? Even tell them the truth. Okay? Look. KUJ 3532. Got the Bishop T.D. Jakes. You know? These motherfuckers will tell you, oh, you gotta humble yourself. Humble yourself. But this motherfucker in church talking about, I got $5,000 shoes on. I got this Gucci suit on. I look good. These motherfuckers have you humbling yourself while they're bragging and boasting. They're braggadocious. But you got to humble yourself. You know why? Because you're going to take their shine. They got to be the most important one, right? Right? They got you believing that you can only get to God through them, right? That's the old con that the priest, that the Pope do also to the Catholics. Right? You read the Bible, what does it say? God, the kingdom of heaven is within you, right? I also tell you that God do not dwell in houses that built by hands. Okay? You know what that means? It means that you are the church yourself. You are the temple. You are God. You are connected to the universe, to nature. Again, because we don't know our Kemetic spiritual system, that's why. The Europeans came and they converted it, and they say, you know what? We're going to take the Christ out of you and make you wait for the Christ in the sky that they put up in the sky that never exists. So you will never free yourself from the psychological conditioning. Talk to you guys in the next video.